Titanfall, Siege of the Coast number 2, Beta Storyline Future Arc. The ruins of coastal cities still burned. Floodwaters hadn't fully receded. Entire districts remained submerged. Streets turned into canals of debris and silence. The sky was thick with ash and storm clouds, as if the world itself refused to move on from what had happened. And out in the distance, Leviagor still stood. The abyssal titan had not left. It lingered near the coast, partially submerged, its glowing veins pulsing beneath the water like a heartbeat beneath the surface of the ocean. Waiting, watching. The world watched too. And this time, humanity responded differently. Far from the battlefield, inside a classified offshore command facility, a new force prepared to act. Screens flickered with live feeds of Leviagor's movements as officials and scientists stood in tense silence. At the center of it all was a name few civilians had ever heard: Apex Dominion Industries. "We gave the Storm Wardens their chance," a voice said coldly. "Now we do this our way." Massive steel doors began to open. Something colossal moved within. Out on the ocean, waves began to churn, not from Leviagor, but from something approaching beneath the surface. Then, it rose. A machine of impossible scale erupted from the sea, water cascading off its armored body as it stood to full height. Mecha Leviagor, a perfect mechanical imitation of the Titan. Towering metal limbs reinforced with layered alloy plating. A segmented eel-like body powered by thrusters and hydraulic cores. Its skull-like head mirrored Leviagor's design, but with glowing red optics instead of lifeless bone. Energy crackled through its frame, weapon systems activated. Back in the ruins, members of the Storm Wardens watched from a distance. Dr. Alara Voss stared in disbelief. "They built that?" Marcus Kane narrowed his eyes. "That's not defense, that's escalation." From above, Rhea Calder smirked slightly. "I kinda want to see what it can do." Then a calm but heavy voice echoed beside them. ARHUR spoke. "This construct bears the arrogance of man. Let us pray it bears also their wisdom." Out in the water, Leviagor moved, its massive head turned slowly toward the rising machine. The glowing lines across its body brightened. It understood. A challenger. Mecha Leviagor stepped forward, its mechanical limbs crushing through the shallow ocean floor. Its systems locked on target. Engagement protocol. Terminate Titan. It attacked first. A concentrated energy fired from its mouth, striking Leviagor directly in the chest. The blast lit up the ocean in a violent explosion of light and steam. For a moment, nothing moved. Then, Leviagor emerged from the smoke, unharmed. The bone armor held. The real Titan surged forward with terrifying speed, its massive body coiling as it slammed into the mech. Metal screeched as Mecha Leviagor was pushed backward, its feet carving trenches into the ocean floor. The machine retaliated instantly. Missile barrages launched from its shoulders, detonating across Leviagor's body. Explosions erupted one after another, fire and water mixing into chaos. But Leviagor did not fall. It adapted. Its body pulsed, bioelectric pulse. Electricity surged through the water, overloading the mech's systems. Sparks erupted from its joints as circuits fried and control systems faltered. "System integrity compromised," a distant operator shouted over comms. "We're losing control." Leviagor struck again. A massive claw tore into the mech's side, ripping through armor plating as if it were nothing. Metal bent. Sparks exploded. The machine staggered, but Mecha Leviagor fought on. With a roar of engines, it wrapped its mechanical limbs around the Titan, attempting to restrain it. Hydraulic pressure screamed as it tried to crush Leviagor into submission. For a second, it almost worked. Then Leviagor opened its mouth. Abyssal roar. The sonic blast shattered the mech's head unit instantly. The red optics flickered, then died. Leviagor coiled its massive body, and with one final devastating motion, it tore Mecha Leviagor apart. The machine collapsed into the ocean in burning pieces, sinking beneath the waves as smoke and sparks faded into darkness. Silence fell. Back on the shore, the Storm Warden stood frozen. Rhea exhaled slowly. "Okay, that was insane." Marcus looked out at the water, his voice low. They threw everything they had at it, and it didn't matter. Dr. Voss clenched her fists. They tried to kill it without understanding it. That was their mistake. ARHUR lowered its head slightly. "A knight who strikes without wisdom shall meet defeat." Out in the ocean, Leviagor remained, unchallenged, unstoppable. Its glowing veins pulsed brighter than ever before as it let out another roar that echoed across the horizon, louder than before. stronger than before. It was adapting, evolving. And now it had proven something terrifying. Humanity's strongest weapon was not enough. To be continued in Titanfall, Siege of the Coast number 3. Titanfall, Siege of the Coast number 3, beta storyline, future arc. The world had changed. After the fall of Mecha Leviagor, hope in Coastal City was fading faster than the floodwaters could drain. The skies remained gray, the ocean restless, and the name Leviagor had become something more than a threat.
Yeah.
It was a certainty.
Yeah.
Out in the distance, near Stormhaven, the Titan still lingered, its massive form partially submerged, glowing veins pulsing like a living warning to the world. The Storm Wardens regrouped. Inside a temporary command base built from reinforced wreckage and salvaged tech, Dr. Alara Voss stood over holographic projections, analyzing everything they had learned and everything they had lost. It's evolving, she said quietly. Every attack, every failure, it's learning from it. Nearby, Marcus Kane stood with arms crossed, silent but tense. So we hit it harder, he said. No, Voss replied. We hit it smarter. A voice cut in from the entrance. Or we hit it together. Everyone turned. Standing there was a teenager. Not a soldier, not a machine, not a scientist, just a kid. But something about him felt different. His eyes carried a faint glow. Not just green, but something deeper, something layered. Like energy mixed with something unnatural, something spectral. Name's Eli? He said. Eli Mercer. Rhea raised an eyebrow. We recruiting kids now? I'm not just a kid, Eli replied calmly. For a moment, the air around him shifted. A faint green aura flickered to life around his body, but within it, something else moved, a ghostly shimmer, like a second presence overlapping the first. Dr. Voss stepped forward, intrigued. That energy signature, that's not just torch energy. Eli nodded. My mom, she wasn't normal. I didn't understand it growing up, but after she was gone, he looked at his hand as energy flickered again. It changed me. Marcus narrowed his eyes. You're saying you're powered? Eli looked up. I'm saying I'm this generation's green torch. The room went silent, a name long tied to legends, to heroes like Hal Ashford. To a time when things made more sense, Rhea crossed her arms. You don't look like a legend. Eli smirked slightly. Good. Means I can surprise people. ARQR stepped forward, towering over him, scanning. ARQR spoke in its steady, noble tone. A new champion rises in humanity's darkest hour. This is fitting. Dr. Voss studied him closely. You said your powers are different. Eli nodded. I can create constructs like the Green Torch, but I can also phase through things. Disappear. Move like a ghost. It's not just willpower, it's something else. Something new, she whispered. Marcus looked out toward the ocean. Then maybe that's what we need. The Storm Wardens stood together once more. The brain, the shield, the firepower, the champion. And now, the light. For the first time since Leviagor rose, there was a plan. Not just to fight, but to win. Hours later, the team stood at the edge of the ruined coastline. The ocean stretched endlessly before them, dark and heavy. Then, movement. The water began to rise. Leviagor emerged once more, its massive body unfolding from the depths, glowing brighter than ever before. Stronger, faster, ready. Eli stepped forward, green energy igniting around him, ghostly echoes flickering through the light. This is it, he said. Marcus cracked his knuckles. Let's finish this. Rhea lit up a charge, grinning. Finally. ARKR raised its sword. Stand firm, for we face the storm itself. Dr. Voss watched carefully. Remember, observe, adapt, survive. The Storm Wardens charged forward. Eli soared into the air, energy blazing, aiming straight for the Titan, and then, crash. Something slammed into the battlefield from above. Not Leviagor. Not the Storm Wardens. Something else. Something massive. Something unknown. The ground shattered, the ocean split, and everything stopped. To be continued in Titanfall Siege of the Coast number 4.